for many of us here tonight and for Alan and I, Clarence Williams, who's the longtime executive director and now strategic director of California Capital, is we're honoring him tonight as a community hero, but he's also a personal hero to many of us. He's a mentor and an advisor to me personally, but to many of us as staff at CRC and to the board members of CRC. And he's also the moral compass for CRC. He sees access to capital for small businesses and entrepreneurs of color as a civil rights issue. And his advocacy and unwavering commitment to access to capital as a civil rights issue is not only an inspiration to me and to CRC, but to the community and to the state of California. And that's why we're honoring him tonight. Many of you are probably familiar with the CFPB 1071 rule, which seems like a really wonky, rule. But what it means is, and why it's in place, is because, in no small part, because of the advocacy of this man we're honoring tonight. And even though it hasn't been put in place yet, when Clarence Williams goes to the CFPB and has been there day in and day out, he is there reminding them that that data, which banks will have to collect one day, means that it's going to change lives. That when banks collect data around, are they lending to people of color? Are they lending to women? That it's going to change lives and it's going to change our communities. And I know that Clarence doesn't let the CFPB forget that, and he doesn't let us forget that, because it's a civil rights issue. And so thank you, Clarence, for being a personal mentor to me when I came on to CRC, for being a mentor to CRC staff and to board members. And it's an honor to be here honoring you tonight. And I want to turn it over to Alan Fisher.
Good evening. It's a real pleasure to be here, and an honor to be up here with Paulina and to be able to help recognize Clarence for all that he's done. I think I have to. All right. I don't know how I'll hold things at the same time. So I just wanted to say a few things, some things that you all may not know about Clarence, actually. You want to sit down, Clarence, at this point? No, it's all fine. It'll be good. I don't know, probably many of you know that Clarence came here to play football and go to college at Sac State. But before that, he played for Ohio State, and they actually were in the Rose Bowl. So that's pretty impressive by itself. He was originally headed for Los Angeles, and for some reason decided to come to Northern California. And I think some of you may know, but he worked in the legislature. He was close with Maxine Waters, and still, and I don't know, some guy, Willie Brown, and chief consultant for Ways and Means. And then he became the head of office for small business in the state of California. So he was in a lot of very important things where maybe even at that point you could say I've had an outstanding career. But he's been at California Capital since the mid-'80s. And I think one of the things that's really always impressed me about Clarence is that he didn't stop with here's what you're supposed to do with small business and that's it. I know in Sacramento itself, he's been very active with different things to try and open up opportunities for people, that he really, like Paulina was saying, he really was strategic in the discussions that we had at CRC. He was like our wise man. I don't know if I should say our old wise man. He's actually a little younger than I am, so I probably shouldn't say that. But he really helped keep us looking at broader issues, and also in the work that he was doing. I mean, many of you may know that he and his partner in crime, the dynamic duo with Debbie, they have this whole mapping program that really allows people to see what's going on in their own neighborhood and their own geography, which is a very powerful tool. Elder statesman was what I was thinking. So I think it's a wonderful gift that Clarence has been to Sacramento and to California and beyond in really pushing things and making more opportunity for people. And is this the one? Oh, okay. So one other thing, and then you'll actually get to come up and talk. So Senator Penn, among others, yeah, if you want, and this beautiful woman to my right, gave this award for Clarence today, this resolution, which I can't read from here, given my eyes, but I'm sure reflects powerfully the many things that Clarence did. So if we can recognize Clarence.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here, and especially the introduction from Paulina and Alan. It's very nice to have both of them here. The way you become a statesman, a mentor, and all of that, get you one of these. A lot of respect when you get one of these, and you get wide. So, we're not two-step, and we're a two-step. Once again, I am very thankful for this honor. It has been indeed a pleasure. I don't even know how many years I've had the pleasure of serving on the board of CRC, starting back with Alan. And I think my first venture into this was with the insurance companies, and then it rolled on over into bank mergers. I don't know how many bank mergers and testimony I've had the opportunity to give before the Federal Reserve. I don't think there's been a merger I've supported yet, but therefore I've lost a lot. But we have been able to bring the voice, I believe, of the community to the banking industry. I've grown a lot in terms of working with the banking industry. I think the banking industry in and of itself has grown a lot in terms of its understanding and appreciation of the community in which it is supposed to serve. I don't think I would be here at all, as Alan and Paulina have mentioned, but not for California Capital, the staff we have, and Debbie Muramoto, who is now the President and CEO of California Capital. I think the thing that I'm most proud of, I was in a meeting the other day and I was talking to staff, and if there's anything that I would want for them to preserve as I depart, and that is to uphold the brand of California Capital. I do believe, based upon input, I don't get a lot of bad news about California Capital hardly at all. And to that extent, I am very grateful that California Capital as a brand may not be the most well-known brand, but when it is known and it is mentioned and appreciated for the respect that we have for serving in this community. I think not only in terms of the financing we've helped to facilitate, the millions and hundreds of millions of dollars we've helped to put into this Northern California, the Women's Business Center, which is a tremendous hit. We're seeing anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 people come through our Women's Business Center, our Procurement and Technical Assistance Center, helping folks get contracts. that's the area in which I first got into small business, especially for minorities, in trying to get contracts. So I'm quite proud of the Procurement Technical Assistance Center that we have. Ivor Newman is here, he heads that up. And if you have people who are looking for federal, state, local contracts, see California Capital. In addition to that, I'm quite proud of the interns that we have had over the years. Our interns have gone from everywhere from working in the Ways and Means Committee in Washington, teaching university professors, and all of them, from time to time, we still can call upon, and they will make contact with us. And finally, I would just like to say that, once again, it is indeed an honor to have both Paulina and Alan here today, and a special shout out once again to Kevin, because he's been around a long time. He too is an elder statesman. Quiet, dude, but one of the most effective people we have working for us in this world of advocacy. And so with that, I thank you for this honor. My job is just to show up here and stay out of the way. But again, thank you. I appreciate everything.
So I want to thank our honorees tonight. I want to thank Alan for being here. So that's it for our program. And I want you to continue to enjoy each other's company, to continue to enjoy the bar and the food. Thank you for being with us here tonight.